is up, theme park hipster? Today we are heading over to Hollywood Studios, and if you've ever wondered what the best rides that you must do at this Disney park, then look no further. We're gonna jump right in and see which Disney rides you must do at Hollywood Studios. Number 5, Slinky Dog Dash. The Slinky Dog Dash is based on the character Andy from the Toy Story series. This fun coaster shows you Andy's journey of assembling his mega coaster play kit. Toy Story Land Slinky Dog Dash takes you on a wild, toy-filled adventure with the cute coils across Andy's backyard. You will bend and twist your way all throughout Andy's newly assembled toy, complete with the holiday festive lights, perfectly placed building blocks, and super cute Wrangler Jessie welcoming you. Slinky Dog Dash is a tame but wacky kind of family coaster. It is actually pretty good for you to enjoy on your solo trip, especially if you're not quite into those high thrill roller coasters. So try to ride Slinky Dog Dash multiple times if you can. The experience is different from each row, especially the back row. Number 4, Millennium Falcon, Smugglers Run. The first ride that opened inside Star Wars Galaxy's Edge was Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run. The attraction is a screen-based motion simulator that takes you on a mission with Hondo Ohnaka. Pre-show for Smugglers Run introduces you to Hondo Ohnaka, who is a pirate that you might know from the animated Star Wars series, The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. Hondo has a smuggling plan that he's invited you in on, and this is where you're going to learn all about it. The unique thing about this ride is that each person who gets on this ride will have their own assignment to complete. If your group is under 6 people, you will be paired with other guests to fill the pod where you will actually ride the attraction. Each person will be assigned a position: 2 pilots, 2 gunners, and 2 engineers. The pilot is the most prized position because you get to be able to put the ship into hyperspace, and you kind of have to direct a lot of things going on while you're on that ride. The gunner and engineer are great for people who want to sit back and enjoy the ride and not feel like they are making mistakes, so their group gets points deducted from the score. Now, the ride vehicles for the Smuggler Run are small pods that fit 6 riders, like we said earlier. The interior of the pod looks just like the cockpit from Millennium Falcon. And there are plenty of buttons to press to make noise and light up while you wait for cast members to do the final safety check. Here's a hipster power tip. For the best chance to get as many points as possible, you're going to want to press all of the buttons right when they light up and listen to the instructions from Hondo that come into the cockpit throughout the ride. Overall, this is a must-do ride for your Hollywood Studios trip. Number 3, Rockin roller coaster starring Aerosmith. You're going to want to go out and jam with Aerosmith. This roller coaster is an absolute must-do at Disney's Hollywood Studios. As you make your way down Sunset Boulevard, you'll notice a super stretch limousine flying upside down on guitar strings meant to mimic Rockin' roller coaster tracks. And this is to kind of get you excited that you're about to join Aerosmith and their posse for the great Hollywood adventure. Rockin' roller coaster has a high-speed launch of 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 2.8 seconds. With 3 inversions and an Aerosmith soundtrack to completely mask your high-pitched screams. The storyline of Rockin' roller coaster basically has you going to tour G-Force's records, a nod to the G-Force you'll hit as you launch on this ride. And as you go through the queue, you'll see memorabilia from past bands who are also signed to G-Force. You're then taken into a room where they catch Aerosmith at the end of their recording session as their managers rush them out to make their way across town for a concert. But Tyler, he has to kind of take up for you guys and insist that you can't just leave us all here. I mean, we want to go too. So the band heads out while the manager orders a few super stretch limousines for you and everyone in your crew. And that's basically the premises of Rockin' Roller Coaster. But there's nothing like a super fast roller coaster in the dark to commemorate your trip to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Number 2, Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror is another must-do at Hollywood Studios in Walt Disney World Resort. This ride is located on the Sunset Boulevard at Hollywood Studios, and it has an incredible theme and an absolutely unique storyline. And in all honesty, it's one of the best attractions on Walt Disney World property. I mean, the whole ride is engulfed in mystery from the queue line to the final drop. You'll be immersed in the story of the missing Hollywood starlets who were never seen again until it's your turn to pay the ultimate price. And just when you think it's safe to explore the hotel, you'll hurtle down 13 floors with absolute weightlessness into the pits of the Twilight Zone. Number 1, Star Wars, Rise of the Resistance. Of course, this is the best ride and attraction at Hollywood Studios. I mean, it is an Imagineering feat. This was the second ride to open inside Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios. This ride is really more of an experience than an actual ride that takes you on adventures seeing Rey and Kylo Ren and even the First Order. The premise of the ride places you just before Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. The ride features characters like Rey, Finn, Poe, BB-8, and Kylo Ren. There are ultimately 4 parts to this ride, starting with your mission from Rey to trying to escape Kylo Ren and get back to the base. You'll go through a pre-show where you'll see a hologram of Rey who tells you about the mission. Your first transport, however, is soon taken over by a Star Destroyer and the First Order. Once you are captured and they have interrogated you, you will then escape and someone will come rescue you, and you'll go on quite the adventure, which I don't want to spoil it for anyone who has never been on this attraction. Just know that this is one that you absolutely cannot miss. Wasn't that an incredible list? I know. I put that together just for you. Yes, I did that for you. And I hope that you were able to get an idea of how you want to plan out your Walt Disney World vacation, especially when it comes to Hollywood Studios. I will leave a link to the guide, that full guide that lets you know how to organize your trip for Walt Disney World. I will also leave a guide to those top rides and attractions that I named in this video today. Once again, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I definitely do not take it for granted, and I really appreciate your support of the Theme Park Hipster website and all of that good stuff. So until next time, happy park hopping hipsters.